Everyone, it's Xander. I'm on a bit of a less light note today. If you didn't see my post previously, I'm not doing very well mentally, and it's really affecting me at this point. So I'm going to make a video explaining it, just because I feel like a lot of times I show only the positives, while there are a lot of negatives going on right now. While none of that is really trans related, there's only a slight part that is, but the rest of it isn't. I still feel like it's important to talk about my feelings. This is also kind of a practice because I have a counselor center appointment set up, and I have a list. So if I keep looking down over here, it's because I'm looking at the list so I can remember what to say, because I can't really edit these videos. So again, I apologize in advance for all of that, but yeah. So if you guys haven't been keeping up with things, my girlfriend broke up with me over a month now, but it's still kind of hurting. If anything, I was honestly fine for the month until we got back, and now that she's here and back, it's really rough. I was fine for the entire break of the month I had, because I was just by myself, doing whatever I wanted to, and that was really relaxing and great. But once we all got back to classes, it didn't work well for me. The reasoning behind said breakup was, when she was talking to me, what I got out of it was that she told me she wasn't as into the relationship, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. So, I ended up talking to other people who ended up telling me that one of the reasons, at least, that she did break up with me was because her mom wasn't accepting of me being trans, and that caused a bunch of stress in the relationship, which makes sense. I kind of figured that that was going to be a problem in the first place, and it ended up being a problem. So that was one of the factors, and it's really nothing I can help, but it still hurts a lot. So that kind of started up, and I thought I was fine before I got in a relationship. I was happily single and stuff, but I actually wasn't, and I guess it's just because I keep telling myself that I'm fine when I'm not, which I've told myself my entire life, and I need to stop doing that, because honestly it's doing more damage than good to tell myself I'm okay when I actually need help. Fall semester last year, not 2015, 2014 last year, school year, I wasn't doing super well, where, this video is going to be so long, I apologize in advance, this is just me kind of talking, but, I had been feeling kind of hopeless just in general, and, really bored and just numb to everything, and I went to sleep incredibly early, and got a lot of sleep, and I thought that all of this was kind of because of the adderall that I had started for ADD, because it said side effects was kind of depression, suicidal thoughts, which I haven't been having suicidal thoughts, but that's a side effect. So I thought it was because of that, and I kind of put it to the side. And then when I started liking my ex now, and when we started going on dates and actually dating and stuff, it kind of all went away. I mean, she made me happy, a lot happier than I really noticed. I thought I was fine beforehand, but I wasn't, and just being with her, it helped me out, which I also realize is unhealthy, but it helped. And then when she broke up with me, that's when I started realizing that I actually wasn't okay, and I had all these underlying problems that I never really dealt with, and kind of told myself were okay when they weren't. So, that's kind of explaining what has caused me to feel how I feel right now. The breakup itself didn't, it kind of triggered it, but this was already stuff that was affecting me. And it's just intensified at this point because I'm dealing with a lot of things. So, and again, sorry for looking down at my sheet. I'm just making sure I'm hitting all these points. Essentially, I'm making an appointment with a health center because a lot of times I just keep telling myself I'm fine, and I don't get help when I should. And so these are things that I'm guessing are wrong with me, but I want to get medical input on that to make sure that that's what's wrong with me. So these words that I'm using right now may not be true. It's just my best guess. So there are two things that I think I'm mainly dealing with, being depression and anxiety. The way that I've kind of seen depression affect me lately is that I'm just not happy right now at all. And it's not just because of the breakup. If it was, then I would be happy in other things. But I can't find it anywhere at this point. I'm incredibly lonely. This is going to get touched on in the anxiety section, but essentially I have a lot of friends here, but my two closest friends are different majors than I am, and they're always out doing their own thing different times than I am, and it's very hard to get that all together. And then other friends I have, I just feel like they don't want to hang out with me, and that's just a me thing because they do want to, but that's just how I feel. So I just don't really know what to do, especially since a lot of the time I hung out with my ex when I wasn't doing other things, and now I can't really do that. Even though we are friends, it's just not something that I should do. So yeah, even when I'm around people, I'm still not happy, and it's a little bit better, but it's not anything good. I've been sleeping for at least 10 hours the past however many nights because I just haven't been happy. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep because when I sleep, I'm happy or happier. So that's been my sleeping schedule, and I'm still tired even after that. And I'm constantly waking up in the middle of the night. I'm also not, my appetite is really weird where I'm hungry, but I just can't eat. I try and eat food and it's not working. So that's kind of concerning, and I'm trying to work on that as best as I can. Yeah. So that's all related to the potential depression thing, which again I might not have. That's just what I think might be I don't know. So as far as anxiety goes, I think my biggest part of it is that I'm pretty sure I have some form of social anxiety, and the way that I've kind of analyzed myself lately is that it's kind of related to the trans thing, where before I transitioned, like, I just wasn't comfortable, and I don't know, it's just how I came across. I didn't really talk as much and stuff like that, and the way that I see myself now, or the way that people see me now, is different than how I think they see me, if that makes any sense. I think that people still kind of see my awkward self as I was in high school before I transitioned, as compared to now, where I come across as like an extrovert. I come across as I enjoy people and their company and everything like that, and I'm confident and happy. And I'm not any of those things. And I'm incredibly awkward. Very, very, very awkward. And just whenever I have any social situation, my head is just going crazy because like I always think, oh no, what if I do something wrong? Am I doing something wrong now? What's going on? So that's a really big thing of why I'm feeling lonely and why I feel like I am annoying people, even if they're my friends and tell me that they like me. It's just because it's just how I feel. And so that's a big thing there. And because of that, I avoid talking to people that I'm really not close to. Like, I'll talk a little bit, but I kind of just go away. To either my two closest friends here or some other close friends I have, and besides that, it's just not a lot. So that's a big anxiety thing. And I just avoid social situations in general because I don't want to deal with all of that and all of the thoughts that I have during it. I'd rather just be in my apartment with my friends. So that, and oh, sorry, it's 10 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. This is a lot of me rambling. So if you've stuck through it this long, good on you. Honestly, it means a lot to me that you've listened for this long. I have a recital coming up March 6th, which is 10 days before my top surgery. And I am beyond nervous for it. I was nervous for it last school year. And I don't want to do a recital. I really don't. I'm just doing it to get the performance credit. I want to perform in ensembles rather than solo. I can't do it. I mean, I have to, and I'm going to, but it's driving me insane. And every time I go into a practice room to practice, I start shaking when I make like even the slightest mistake, and it makes me mess up even more. And I just can't stop the shaking. And sometimes it happens even outside of that. Like, especially when I'm just not doing well at all emotionally, I start like shaking. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm incredibly stressed out about that. And then I guess it's all just related to, like, I mean, this is normal for anyone, but, like, I don't have a lot of money, so I'm stressing out about not having enough money to eat, because I have $20 right now in my name. That's it. It's not enough to really eat as much as I want to, so I'm trying to work on that. And I just have no idea what I want to do when I graduate, even though I'm not a senior yet. I'm a junior. It's incredibly stressful that I don't know what I want to do. And yeah, so on the nights that I'm not sleeping for 10 hours, I'm up until I don't even know how long, stressing out about these things, and I can't sleep, and all I can do is stress out and get myself further down into this spiral of freaking out. So that's that. And it's gotten to the point where I'm just not doing well, and I have to stop telling myself I'm okay, because I'm not doing well. And I'm just incredibly stressed out and whatever. So at this point, I'd really avoided telling myself that I wasn't okay, because I'm afraid of going to like a counselor and then telling me, oh, you're okay, this is just a normal thing that people go through. I don't care if it's a normal thing. I just want help. I just want to be better. So that's why I'd avoided going to anywhere counseling wise for it, because I just figured that they would tell me that I was okay and just send me home. So yeah, I have a thing set up. I guess the way it works at my school is that you have a 20-minute phone screening, and then after that you have 1-hour counselor appointments. So my phone screening is on Monday, and I have all this stuff written down that I just kind of went through. And that's essentially what that's going to be. So I guess I can keep you guys updated on how all of that goes, and if I'm doing better, or if I'm doing worse, or the same. But that's where I'm at right now. And yeah, not doing well. And as I said, oddly enough, it's not even anything trans related. That's probably one of the things that's going best in my life, which makes no sense to me, but I'll take it. At least that's something that I can be happy about. So if anyone went through all this and listened to the end, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me. It's nice to have someone to talk to. I mean, not that I don't, because I do, but it's also nice to just like rant in front of a camera to people I don't even really know. So thank you for listening, and I'll try and keep you guys updated more often, but that's also been why I haven't done stuff as much. So yeah, talk to you guys later.